returning home for the new year with a split lip. My childhood friend Sophia, who'd always disliked me, sneered. "Did the dog bite you again?" Under the collective gaze of the family, I replied, "My girlfriend did this." Sophia's face instantly darkened. Arriving home on the final deadline day of my mother's mandatory early holiday return, I walked through the door to find Sophia and her parents waiting. After a beat of eye contact, she adopted her trademark mocking expression. "Ethan, did you get mauled by puppies again?" When I was 5, I'd insisted on playing with a neighbor's new puppy and got bitten, requiring 3 rounds of rabies shots. Though reluctant, Sophia had accompanied me to those vaccinations, ammunition she'd never stopped using against me. Chuckles rippled through the adults present, likely recalling the childhood incident. I finally touched my lip where the blood had crusted into an unmistakable scab. Over their lingering laughter, I stated, "Actually, my girlfriend bit me this morning." The mirth died instantly, amidst the shocked stares. Only Sophia looked furious, hardly surprising given our arranged marriage pact from infancy. In the pin-drop silence, Mrs. Clark finally spoke. "You're dating someone, Ethan?" "Same university sophomore." I answered politely, meeting Sophia's wide-eyed glare. "She couldn't make it this time, but I'll bring her for dinner after the holidays." "Like hell we will," Sophia exploded, storming onto the balcony. Mrs. Clark threw me an apologetic glance before following. I shrugged, accustomed to these dramatics, wheeling my luggage past the uncomfortable guests toward my room. Faint arguments carried from the balcony. "You said you hated him first. Why throw tantrums now that he's taken?" Followed by prolonged silence before Sophia's defiant, "I still object." Lowering my eyes, I smiled bitterly. 3 years ago at a family gathering, when Mrs. Clark had jokingly called me son-in-law, Sophia had publicly humiliated us both. She'd screamed about hating me, accused me of stalking her, demanded I disappear from her life. Her father slapped her that night. She blamed me for everything. We'd parted bitterly. I deliberately chose a university in the Southwest, far from her East Coast school. I thought we'd settled into being distant childhood acquaintances. So why this performance now? Changing into loungewear, I found Sophia already at the dinner table, miraculously calm. The meal progressed with carefully neutral questions about my studies until my phone rang. Seeing the caller ID, I smiled. "Excuse me, I need to take this." Lily's honeyed voice asked if I'd eaten yet. I murmured, "Why'd you bite my lip till it bled?" "I didn't even notice this morning." After prolonged hesitation, she confessed, "Did it on purpose." Before I could respond, the door slammed open. Sophia stood crimson-faced, snarling, "You done? I need to clean up." Lily's voice chirped through the receiver. "Still eating? Want me to order you fried chicken?" Sophia Clark's face turned ashen when she heard Lily's voice. "Who is she?" she demanded. I looked up, offering a calm smile. "My girlfriend." The line went silent before Lily finally spoke. "Call me tonight. I'll be waiting." The dial tone buzzed. In the foyer, suffocating quiet settled between Sophia and me. Her gaze lingered on my lips. "You've only been dating how long, and already kissed?" I pocketed my phone. "Almost a year." Her face flushed crimson, then paled. "Why I never heard about her." I considered this. Sophia must have been monitoring my social media feeds, though we'd stopped messaging after our fallout. I'd kept her as a contact. My profile remained frozen in time, no updates. Unchanged avatar. 0 mentions of Lily. Forgot to post. I shrugged, sliding the phone deeper into my jacket. Sophia's laugh carried razor edges. "Seems you're not that into her." Her shoulders relaxed visibly. "Why would you say that? Real passion doesn't stay silent." My fingers curled into fists. "That's not true. I care deeply." Our eyes locked as I willed her to see the truth. She glanced away, unease flickering behind her lashes. I moved toward the door, As I passed, her whisper hooked into me. How'd you move on so fast? Memories surged, her humiliating me before our parents. The hollow ache afterward. We'd been confidants since childhood, trading shy glances through adolescence. When teen romance novels made childhood sweethearts the ultimate trope, classmates relentlessly paired us. She'd basked in my attention, never denying our supposed bond. I'd believed her feelings mirrored mine, until she shattered that illusion publicly. The final blow came next morning when my desk partner asked, "You know Sophia's with Ryan now?" Ryan, the undisputed class heartthrob who'd pursued her relentlessly for 3 years. At graduation dinner, he'd professed his love before teachers and classmates. Though she declined then, rumor claimed they'd coupled immediately after my humiliation. Just found out. I replied stiffly, "Need to go, something's come up." Textbooks failed to distract me. Against better judgment, I checked social media. Ryan's relationship post glared from the top feed, their heads tilted together in intimate perfection. I couldn't bring myself to enlarge the photo. Friends bombarded my DMs demanding explanations. For once, my habitual social media silence became a shield. As Sophia's longtime presumed boyfriend, expectations for a public response would have been crushing. Yet minutes later, I powered off the device. Excising her from my life began now. Grief would wait, though I'd promised Sophia we'd build futures along this coastline. That vow now dissolved like sea foam. When selecting colleges, I chose a university in the Southwest. That summer, encouraged by my parents, I got my driver's license, took swimming lessons, and traveled to several cities. With my schedule packed full, I found little time for melancholy. Mom mentioned that Mr. Clark had brought Sophia over to our house several times, but they never caught me home. I was either traveling or attending classes. It wasn't until we started packing for college that I saw Sophia again. Mr. Clark remarked I'd gotten tanner, to which I nodded and mentioned my travels. Sophia remained silent beside him, only occasionally glancing my way. Perhaps she was in a foul mood, as she didn't speak throughout the visit, merely giving me one long look before leaving. I kept my eyes downcast, avoiding her gaze. That night, while scrolling through social media, I came across Ryan's post. New flames can't rival childhood friends. What you can have becomes your first love. When someone asked what happened, he replied, "We broke up." Suddenly, Sophia's gloomy demeanor made sense. They'd split up. Yet Ryan's comment about childhood friends puzzled me. I didn't recall Sophia having other close childhood friends besides me. In the past, I would have confronted her immediately. But after this summer's realizations, I'd resolved that Sophia and I would only ever be friends at most. I refused to care anymore. On departure day, I powered off my phone before boarding, missing Sophia's message asking, "Why did you choose C University?" College life kept me swamped. I'd even taken on a double major, filling every weekend with commitments. When Sophia suddenly messaged asking for help with a limited-time online purchase, I replied, "Sorry, don't have that app installed." The typing indicator flickered endlessly before her eventual "never mind." Not bothering with small talk, I returned to my assignments. Only at library closing did I notice her follow-up from 5 hours prior. "When's your summer break starting?" I left it unanswered. Now Sophia stands before me demanding to know why I withdrew so abruptly. An absurd notion flashes through my mind before I quash it. "I don't understand what you mean," I say. She remains silent as I retreat to my room. Returning from break, Lily meets me at the station, immediately linking arms. "Tired? Let's get you fed," she says. Her strained expression gives her away. When pressed, she stammers about "that time I bit your lip. I'm so sorry." Her eyes drop. I felt insecure. We'd once shared our romantic histories. I'd confessed my past feelings for Sophia, though Lily claimed it didn't bother her. Her current anxious fidgeting mirrors that earlier conversation. She still fears residual feelings. Taking her hand, I reassure her it's okay. I never blamed you. My first encounter with Lily was peculiar. During a holiday when the library closed at noon, I was walking back to dorms with books when a puppy burst from the flower beds. I stared at the puppy for several seconds before it trotted over to rub against my legs. Crouching down, I patted its head. From that moment, it refused to leave my side. The collar around its neck indicated this wasn't a stray. With no other options, I settled on the sidewalk to wait for its owner. Soon the puppy began whimpering and nuzzling into my lap, cradling it against my chest. I gently stroked its belly until soft snores escaped. Minutes later, a girl came rushing over breathlessly. She clasped her hands apologetically upon seeing us, explaining this was her dog. To express gratitude, she added me on social media. That girl was Lily. Lily, a freshman a year below me, initially visited the library under the guise of thanking me with homemade lunches or requesting tutoring. Gradually, she wove herself into every corner of my routine. Even my friends constantly praised her thoughtfulness. Yet I wasn't the type to develop feelings from others' approval, nor swayed by her striking looks. Sophia had already taught me hard lessons about superficial attractions. What truly moved me happened during one lunch delivery. My clumsy fingers sent the meal tumbling to the ground. I braced for scolding, conditioned by Sophia's habitual impatience whenever I erred. But Lily simply froze for a heartbeat before kneeling to gather the spill with napkins. "Are you mad?" I asked, joining her cleanup. She shook her head, meeting my gaze. "Everyone has off days. Why aren't you yelling at me?" The words slipped out. Pausing, she seemed to dissect my question before blooming into a smile. "You didn't mean to. I'll just make you another." Her kindness thawed frozen corners of my heart, leaving me speechless. So when Lily slid a note across our library table weeks later, "Will you be my boyfriend? Please say yes. Senior. I'll cry if you reject me," complete with a teary-eyed puppy doodle. Laughter bubbled from my chest. In that moment, Sophia's lingering shadows dissolved. Here sat someone whose emotional steadiness let me embrace love without reservations. I wrote yes in bold letters. Lily's thoughtful gestures continued through every holiday surprise and gaming skin gift. She always confirmed my schedule before planning trips, like our recent National Day vacation to Highshore. On that long-awaited beach, she captured a perfect Polaroid sunset, now proudly displayed behind her phone case. Our 3-day escape would have been flawless if not for the unwelcome reunion awaiting campus return. Hand in hand, we approached the dorm when my roommate called. "Ethan, your sister's waiting downstairs." "Which sister?" I frowned. "I don't know. She's really pretty. Several guys just asked for her number." We happened to arrive at my dorm building. I immediately spotted Sophia in the crowd. She looked over and was about to wave when she noticed Lily's hand holding mine. Sophia's eyes instantly reddened. Sophia offered to buy coffee for me and Lily. "Is this your girlfriend?" she asked. I replied, "This is my girlfriend, Lily." Turning to Lily, I introduced. "Sophia, the girl next door." Sophia's face paled. Lily hugged her Americano and leaned against me, smiling sweetly. "You've got sharp eyes." "Sis." Sophia gritted her teeth. "Sis?" The tension thickened until Lily said, "I ordered cakes next door. Let's share them later. I'll go pick them up now." Staring at the cappuccino foam, I heard Sophia ask, "When did you start drinking coffee?" "Before college. Though schoolwork was heavy. Our mothers always prepared tea for us. Started during finals when I couldn't stay awake." Her voice tightened. "I thought you'd always prefer tea." I stirred my coffee. "People change. Why are you here?" I asked. She said stiffly, "As your childhood neighbor. I wanted to see if your girlfriend's good enough." She emphasized childhood neighbor through clenched teeth. When Lily returned with cake, she told Sophia while unwrapping it, Ethan loves this cafe's cheesecake and coffee. So do I. Proudly placing the cake before me, Lily leaned her head on my shoulder and whispered loudly enough for Sophia to hear. Does your sis dislike me? Sophia's face darkened. I ruffled Lily's hair. Don't overthink. Under Sophia's glare, I took Lily's hand. We need to study at the library. Thanks for the coffee. Sophia. Leaving a $50 bill. I led Lily away. Later, I pondered Lily's uncharacteristic behavior. Known for her kindness, she'd never deliberately embarrassed anyone. Yet today she'd repeatedly provoked Sophia. I suspected she knew who Sophia really was. Was that the sister you used to like? Lily asked. That's her. But it's over. Lily nuzzled my neck. I trust you, though anxiety flickered in her eyes. Next day, Lily's roommate called. Ethan, come to the hospital. Lily's been hurt. Rushing there, I found Lily sniffling on a bench, with Sophia at the far end. Lily buried herself in my arms as Sophia shouted, Ethan. She was hugging another guy. Before I could speak, Sophia shoved her phone in my face-clear footage of Lily laughing with her arm around some guy. Sophia muttered beside me. I told you. The girls you pick are always unreliable, she looked defiant, shooting me occasional glances. I cut her off. This is Lily's cousin. I know her. Sophia froze. After a moment, she said, You don't have to defend her. Your poor taste isn't exactly news. I'm not defending her. Lily introduced me to her family when we were dating. I retorted, meeting Sophia's gaze. If we're talking about poor taste, I said, You're right. Otherwise, I wouldn't have liked you before. Sophia stiffened. Her lips trembled as tears welled up. How could you say that? Turning, I saw Lily standing there with red-rimmed eyes, looking as pitiful as a puppy deprived of its favorite treat, gently tilting Lily's face to check for injuries. I addressed Sophia without looking up. You should head back to campus. Your presence here isn't just bullying my girlfriend. It's making her feel insecure. Under Sophia's stunned gaze, I added, Don't come around again, or I'll have to inform Mr. Clark. Sophia left looking utterly defeated. That evening, I walked Lily back to her dorm. She chattered excitedly about our plans to ride the Ferris wheel tomorrow. The forecast says clear skies. She beamed. We'll see the stars better from up high. The next afternoon, my mom called. Sophia had contacted her, claiming Lily was secretly seeing another guy behind my back. What's going on? Mom demanded. A wave of disgust towards Sophia washed over me. Her lies. Her meddling. Everything. This bitterness consumed me all day. When the Ferris wheel reached its peak and Lily leaned in for a kiss, I froze, lost in my thoughts. By the time I snapped back to reality, the cabin lights revealed silent tears glistening on Lily's cheeks. Before I could explain, Lily spoke first. Ethan, is something bothering you? Let's take some time apart. I'll wait for you. Lily, always so cheerful, had become tearful around me lately. Guilt churned in my stomach. Though clearly upset, she still held my hand all the way back to campus. At her dorm entrance, she avoided my gaze while murmuring, What I give you. Ethan, it's what I want too. Her parting words haunted me. Weekends usually found us inseparable. But today Lily went straight to the lab alone. I wandered into a bookstore to kill time. At checkout, I sensed someone watching, a stranger when I turned around. The guy approached with a book in hand. I offered a polite smile. I know you, he stated. Baffled, I'd never seen him before. He chuckled, through Lily's Instagram. We went to high school together. Leaning against the counter, he added casually, I used to have a thing for her. My stunned expression made him laugh. Relax, I struck out completely. He launched into their history. Classmates at a prestigious high school where Lily's beauty and brains made her legendary. As the hot guy everyone adored, he'd been the obvious match when their classmates played matchmaker. The constant teasing eventually made him develop real feelings. One afternoon after school, he cornered Lily to confess, certain she'd reciprocate. Instead, she gently but firmly turned him down. Lily turned to him and said, "We shouldn't enter relationships just to conform to others' expectations. True affection requires understanding your own heart." Back then, Ethan didn't comprehend Lily's words. It wasn't until he met the one who truly made his heart flutter that he realized. He confessed, "When I met my girlfriend, I finally understood my feelings for Lily weren't genuine attraction. I'd simply been swayed by others' opinions, chasing after popularity for superficial validation." He tilted his head, remembering, though Lily rejected me, she never exposed this to others, always protecting my dignity. Until recently, I kept seeing you in Lily's social media posts. Knowing what an amazing person she is, I knew you must be extraordinary too. After the young man left, Ethan opened Lily's social media profile. Her cover photo showed them together, with all posts fully visible. Scrolling down, he saw her ordinary life before their relationship. Starting last year, every post featured him candid shots of his profile. Peaceful library naps. All Lily's friends recognized him because she constantly told them, "Ethan gets so absorbed in studying, he forgets to eat. I need to bring lunch to my boyfriend at the library." No wonder his roommates joked that everyone knew Ethan was Lily's beloved. Checking his own sparse social media, Ethan found only club promotions, no trace of Lily. No wonder Sophia accused him of indifference. Recalling Lily's hurt expression yesterday, everything clicked. He called his mother. "Did I ever tell you about my girlfriend?" The clatter of mahjong tiles nearly drowned her response. "When would you have? You suddenly mentioned having a girlfriend last New Year." "Ethan, be careful. Sophia said she saw your girlfriend hugging another man." "That was her cousin." Ethan interrupted. "Stop listening to Sophia's lies." His mother pressed. "How does she treat you?" "Better than I deserve." After a pause, she observed, "You only show 3/10 of what you feel. Are you fighting?" "Love needs expression." Her sudden mahjong and hung up left him reeling. Haunted by past wounds from Sophia, Ethan had rationed his affection like sliced cake, doling out crumbs to avoid vulnerability. Now he realized Lily gave him complete security while he offered mere fragments. This imbalance made Lily's anxiety over Sophia's reappearance inevitable. He resolved to talk with Lily, but Sophia arrived first at his dorm. Despite his assumption she'd left, "We need to talk," she insisted, determined to end this for Lily's sake. Ethan agreed, but immediately texted, "Sophia invited me to dinner. Be back soon." This transparency felt like his first step toward rebuilding trust. At the Sichuan restaurant, Ethan ordered spicy dishes despite Sophia's protests. "You never treated me this harshly before," she said, wounded. Ignoring her, he confronted, "We still need to address those lies you told my mother about Lily." "You believe her cousin's story?" Sophia sneered. "Do you even know her real family situation?" "Ethan, you're being fooled again." Frowning, Ethan retorted, "I'm not that naive." "Aren't you?" She shot back. "Your judgment's always clouded." Sighing, Ethan asked, "Must you always belittle me?" Only then did Sophia realize what she'd said. She avoided eye contact. "I didn't mean to. I just didn't want you to get hurt. Your worries are unnecessary." Sophia reached for my hand, but I swiftly pulled away. She asked, "Why choose her? Wouldn't someone who truly knows you be better?" After 2 stunned seconds, I caught her implication. "What nonsense are you saying? If anyone's crazy here, it's me. I've regretted dating Ryan from the start. When I was with him, all I could think about was you. It's you I love." I only lashed out back then because I hated how my mom and others kept teasing us. As Sophia shouted, I finally pieced together Ryan's old social media post. Turns out the childhood friend who couldn't compete with the newcomer was actually me. My disgust for Sophia intensified. If she never liked Ryan, why date him in the first place? Back in high school, Ryan often told me, "Ethan, you're top of the class and handsome. I really admire you. But when it comes to pursuing Sophia, as long as she's single, we're equals." I still remember his earnest smile. Yet the relationship he pursued for 3 years only lasted 2 months. How could Ryan deserve this? Sophia whispered, "Come back to me, whatever she gives you." I can before I could respond. The neighboring table erupted with a mobile game announcement. Past Sophia's face darkened. I said, "If you truly loved me, you wouldn't ambush me in front of our parents. You only ever consider yourself, dumping your leftover affection on me. Is that really love?" Her eyes welled up, but the game interrupted again, nope after heavy silence. She murmured, "I'll wait however long it takes." The electronic voice chirped, "Hurry up. My flowers are wilting." I abruptly stood and marched to the source. A girl curled in her seat, clutching a phone displaying landlords, looking up at me with guilty puppy dog eyes. "Lily." Back at the dorm, I confronted her. "Had enough fun sabotaging?" Lily pouted. "She started it, trying to steal my boyfriend." I chuckled. "Since when could she?" She huffed. "All the guides say these dramatic reconciliation plots work. Let me see these guides." Blushing, she reluctantly handed over her phone, displaying a downloaded novel titled "The Outsider Defeats the Childhood Friend, Beloved of the Heartthrob." I burst out laughing. "This is your reference? Would your professors approve?" She snatched back her phone. "Be nice. I've got reputation to maintain with seniors." Lily maintained a polite distance as the lab's junior, but only I knew her clingy side. After tense silence, she whispered, "I was scared. The book said to make you realize my importance through little schemes, but what if I push too far?" Tears dropped onto my reaching hand. Overwhelmed with guilt, I pulled her close. "You don't need tricks. I'd love you regardless." Her body stiffened. "Lily, I'm sorry for failing to show it properly." Mimicking her openness, I set our photo as my profile background and introduced her as my beloved girlfriend to everyone. No more hidden feelings. Once when borrowing her phone, notifications suddenly flooded in. The phone number looked familiar. It was Sophia's. I opened the message history. Sophia had sent Lily over a dozen old photos of us together. Lily responded with a picture of herself nestled in my arms. Sophia must have been furious, hurling vicious insults at Lily. Lily retorted, "It's not my fault you let Ethan slip away. You always belittled him, thinking it showed affectionate intimacy. But did you know? Your careless words made him doubt himself. You took your childhood bond for granted, assuming he'd never leave you. But Sophia, no one is irreplaceable, at least in my eyes. Ethan deserves all the wonderful things in this world." Sophia remained silent for a long time before replying, "None of your business. We've been together since childhood. Our bond runs deeper than yours." Lily shot back, "If you measure love by time, you should marry the earth since you're inseparable from it every second." Seizing the opportunity, Lily delivered the final blow. "By now, sister-in-law, don't skimp on the wedding gift." Sophia responded with angry emojis. When I checked Sophia's profile again, she'd blocked Lily. I rarely posted online, but shared on graduation day. June brings not just graduation robes, but my bride. The post featured my commencement photos and marriage certificate. High school classmates flooded the comments, marveling at how I'd gone all out. Sophia was the first to like it, then immediately deactivated her profile. Our proposal had its own charm. Lily and I magically chose the same amusement park where we'd first confessed our feelings, both pulling out rings simultaneously. We stared at each other's jewelry boxes, then burst into laughter. Eventually, we slid each other's rings onto our fingers. When our parents met for dinner, Lily's fiery-tempered mother from City C couldn't stop smiling at me. "My Lily needs someone gentle and cultured to balance her," she declared. Later at the hotel, my mother embraced me. "Lily's good for you." I chuckled, "You've barely met her." Mom insisted. Her parents' genuine affection tells me everything. Though her mother's spirited, she still acts coy with her husband. Children from such loving homes understand how to love properly. She's helped you express emotions better too. Guilt washed over me, remembering past mistreatments. Knox interrupted us. Ethan, I got sparklers. Let's play. Lily's radiant smile greeted me at the door. I clasped her hand tightly. Thankfully, it wasn't too late. I saw Sophia again at our wedding while adjusting my tuxedo. She materialized behind me, holding a red envelope. This is your wedding gift. Her eyes burned intensely. Or we could leave together right now. Meeting her gaze, I accepted the envelope. You'll be the first aunt to give our child a gift. He'll remember this. Sophia's eyes reddened instantly. Lily's pregnant? My smile answered her. After prolonged silence, she whispered, what if Lily's heart wanders someday? Are you truly ready? Strangely, I'd known Lily planned to propose at that amusement park, yet felt no resistance. My mother expected pre-wedding jitters given my cautious nature, even preparing pep talks. But I'd simply announced, I'm proposing to Lily. Now facing Sophia's question under floral arches. I finally understood. When Lily produced her ring that day, my heart had already answered every doubt. Sophia, you're wrong. Love isn't persistent dedication. As long as it's Lily, I'll fall for her repeatedly when she voluntarily accompanies me to the library every day, when she posts our couple photos on social media, even when she simply glances at me. Perhaps healthy relationships give people courage. I finally spoke my mind, smiling at the wedding dress hem peeking through the doorway. I chuckled. Every day with her feels like Christmas morning surprises. That's why I'll fight uncertain futures for her while cherishing our present. Maybe I'm somewhat unlucky since Sophia and I couldn't work things out perfectly, leading to our separation. Yet I'm fortunate Lily patiently taught me how to express affection. Lily emerged from her eavesdropping spot, blushing as she extended her hand. I placed the bridal bouquet from Lily's grasp into Sophia's. My Santa's arrived. Sophia, I wish you happiness and smooth sailing. Passing by her, I murmured, learn to communicate properly. Sophia, nobody else will come. Her voice trailed behind me. I didn't turn. After marriage, Mom mentioned Sophia flew overseas on my wedding day. Infuriating Mr. Clark's family. My phone frequently receives international texts, all polite greetings, never crossing boundaries. Sophia probably remains trapped in the past, but I won't indulge her stubbornness. I always show Lily, who pretends not to care while pouting adorably in my arms. Once while borrowing Lily's work computer, I discovered a folder containing our photos and videos. The earliest clip showed Lily hugging her dog, complaining, "Ancestor, can you complete the mission?" A golden retriever wagged its tail. The camera then captured my sophomore self walking through flower bushes with textbooks. Lily patted the dog's bottom, urging, "Go stall that guy. Succeed and you'll get canned food." When the puppy hesitated, she pushed its furry backside. "Go. Get me that daddy for you."